I'm here with junior forward Hannah Armstrong. Hannah, the team's had a little bit different season than last year in terms of your overall record. What are some things that are driving you guys to really pull it together for the playoff season?
I think right now we're just focusing on our future games and kind of just looking back at the mistakes that we've made in the past games, working through them in practice, and kind of just looking forward and not necessarily looking back at the things we can't change or what's happened in the past. Yeah.
Vermont this weekend, the last time you guys played them, you tied 3-3. What are some things you're really focusing on in practice to look towards this game this weekend?
I think some of the things that we've been focusing on in general is scoring. Scoring goals. You know, the more goals you score, the more likely you are to win. And I think we're really focusing on our defensive zone, kind of just picking up the places that we've been lacking in the past couple weekends. And I think it comes down to scoring and then stopping those goals. And I think we're trying our best to pick up from what we've been experiencing in our, I don't know, we have a 6-game losing streak I think we've got going on now, so we're just trying to pick that up right now. Yeah.
Well, speaking of scoring goals, looking back last weekend against UConn, you guys scored the first goal, but then ultimately fell to that team. Mm-hmm. What do you think is something that you can take away as the teaching moment from that game?
I think for us is just shooting. Like, we need to shoot more. The more shots we get, the more obviously we'll score. But I think working together as a team and not as individuals, working on passing, breaking out. And there's just a few little things that we're obviously trying to work on, and hopefully we get a win this weekend.
The team's faced some adversity throughout the whole season for different reasons, but how do you think that that's affected the team both positively and negatively?
I think it's brought us together as a team, because obviously we had to come together to come over it, and I think we're focusing on things that we can't change, and I think that was a major thing that we all met and talked about. There's things that happened this year that we can't fix and we can't change, and it's us up to us to rise above that adversity and not take it as an excuse. So we're really focusing on that, and I think that's kind of something that has kept us together as a group, and hopefully ultimately will help us come together on the ice.
Let's talk about you now. Something that people might not know about you that's really cool is that your dad was actually in the NHL. How has that influenced the connection that you have with this game?
I mean, he was the one that bought me my first pair of skates when I was 3 years old. So I didn't, I guess, necessarily be hey, I want to play that sport. It was kind of introduced, right as soon as I was born. I have an older brother, he's a year older, and he played. And as soon as I started, seeing him practice, my dad would make an outdoor rink in our backyard every winter. So I learned how to skate on that. And I think just having older brother, and then I have 2 younger siblings as well. And I think kind of just the family dynamic, all 4 of us playing kind of just was more of an influence, I think, than I guess my dad was in a sense. But it's cool. To me, it's normal. I don't know, nothing out of the ordinary.
What influenced your decision to come to UNH?
Honestly, I think in my packet I said Hoko, but I was I walked around the campus, and it's really at home. I'm from a small town. I do not like cities. I get really stressed out when there's a lot of cars and traffic, and I don't even know how to use the bus system. Here was the first bus I ever rode, so it was definitely more home, more comfortable, and Hoko's got that good food. And if I was eating food for a year at a cafeteria, it had to be good. So go Hoko.
Talk about your relationship with your teammates.
We are sisters. We're family. And, it's interesting because you come in here to UNH and, some people who don't play sports, you're trying to find friends, or you come with maybe 1 or 2 friends, but here you automatically have 20 to 30 best friends, and each year you gain, more people that you're best friends with, and it's just, we're with each other 24/7, and it's a really great, experience, and we all love each other. Best friends.
Well, thank you, Hannah, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Well, thank you too.